On November 1st, 2025, the spotlight turns to Del Mar, California, where the NetJet Breeders Cup Juvenile Fillies will decide who wears the crown as North America's champion 2-year-old filly. This $2 million showdown stretches 1 1/16 miles on dirt, demanding far more than raw speed. It's the ultimate test of stamina, precision, and maturity. Each contender must prove she can master Del Mar's two-turn challenge, a configuration that separates sprinters from true distance runners. Who will deliver the breakout performance of a lifetime when it matters most? Let's break down the top contenders. Number 1. Tommy Joe enters the 2025 Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies as the undisputed benchmark of the division, boasting an unblemished record of 3 for 3 and career earnings already surpassing $617,000. She's one of the very few fillies in this field with multiple Grade 1 victories, having captured the Spinaway Stakes at Saratoga and the Alcibiades Stakes at Keeneland, both prestigious tests for top-class juveniles. The Alcibiades triumph was particularly significant, as it not only confirmed her ability to stretch her natural speed over 2 turns, but also secured her an automatic berth into the Breeders' Cup. Her raw figures tell the same story, a blistering 118 speed figure in the Spinaway, followed by a tactical 108 rating in the Alcibiades when stretching out in distance. Pedigree enthusiasts will note that she is by Into Mischief, North America's leading sire, and out of Mother, a stakes-winning mare by Pioneer of the Nile, best known as the sire of Triple Crown winner American Pharoah. This cross blends brilliance with stamina, ensuring that Tommy Joe has the class and foundation to excel at 1 1/16 miles. Trained by Hall of Famer Todd Pletcher and ridden to perfection by John Velazquez, she has shown both blazing early speed and professional rate and finish capabilities. What separates Tommy Joe is not only her natural ability, but her adaptability. She can carve out fractions on the front or settle just behind the pace, making her a nightmare for rivals. At number 2, Iron Orchard brings an undefeated 3 for 3 record into the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies, stamping herself as one of the most intriguing challengers to Tommy Joe's throne. This New York-bred filly has proven that class knows no boundaries, emerging from a state-bred foundation to capture the all-important Grade 1 Frizette Stakes at Aqueduct, a historic race that has launched countless champions onto Breeders' Cup glory. Purchased for $500,000 at the Ocala Breeders' Sale, she has lived up to every penny of her hefty price tag, amassing over $352,000 in earnings while showing remarkable versatility in running style. In her maiden debut at Saratoga, she dominated gate to wire, then followed that with another front-running triumph in the Seeking the Ante Stakes. However, the Frizette displayed an entirely new dimension. Under Joel Rosario, Iron Orchard settled patiently off the early speed before unleashing a determined stretch rally to win by a nose, proving she isn't dependent on one running style. That tactical adaptability makes her particularly dangerous at Del Mar, where the juvenile fillies is often won by those who can handle pressure and adjust mid-race. Her pedigree also suggests her talent is no fluke. She is a daughter of Authentic, the 2020 Kentucky Derby winner, whose early progeny are showing stamina and grit, while her dam, One Breath at a Time by Brethren, contributes toughness and durability. Trainer Danny Gargan has taken a cautious approach, noting after the Frizette that she's already done plenty this year, which raises questions about whether she'll be at peak sharpness on the quick turnaround. At number 3, Bottle of Rouge, a daughter of Vino Rosso out of a Bluegrass Cat mare, has quickly established herself as one of California's brightest juvenile fillies, heading into the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies with 2 wins and 1 second from 3 starts. Trained by Hall of Famer Bob Baffert and campaigned by Natalie J. Baffert, she has already captured the prestigious Del Mar Debutante G1, stamping her authority over the same track that will host this year's championship event. Her resume reads like a model of progression. She began her career with a solid runner-up effort at Santa Anita, followed by a dazzling maiden win at Del Mar with a lofty 110 speed figure, then sealed her credentials with a decisive Grade 1 victory in the debutante, recording a sharp 107 rating. What makes Bottle of Rouge particularly dangerous is her proven affinity for Del Mar's main track. Unlike many of her East Coast rivals, she won't have to adjust to shipping, surface, or surroundings factors that can often derail young horses under the pressure of Breeders' Cup weekend. Her pedigree, anchored by Breeders' Cup Classic winner Vino Rosso, suggests that stamina and late-season improvement are in her bloodlines, while her female family adds precocity and tactical speed. She is a filly that can stalk the pace and pounce, a running style that has proven highly effective in Juvenile Fillies editions at Del Mar in the past. With over $240,000 in earnings already banked, her connections are confident that she is peaking at exactly the right time. Another key factor is Baffert's unmatched record with juveniles. He has an uncanny ability to bring young talent to the Breeders' Cup ready to fire their best shot. At number 4, we spotlight the late-charging Wally. May not yet have a Grade 1 title beside her name, but she enters the 2025 Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies as one of the most intriguing dark horses in the field, thanks to her performance trajectory and relentless finishing style. With 3 starts yielding 1 win, 1 second, and 1 third, this daughter of Constitution out of the gemologist mare Moonstone has earned $124,000, while consistently improving her speed figures at every stage. After breaking her maiden at Del Mar in July, she took on Grade 1 company in the Del Mar Debutante and finished a strong third behind Bottle of Rouge and Explora, recording a sharp 104 figure that proved she belonged among the best. Most recently, she stepped forward again in the Grade 2 Oak Leaf at Santa Anita, where she finished second to Explora, earning a 95 over 1 1/16 miles. That effort was significant because it confirmed her ability to sustain her late kick around 2 turns. Pedigree players will note that Constitution has already become one of the premier sires for stamina and toughness, while her dam line through gemologist provides additional grit and durability. What makes Wally a dangerous Breeders' Cup contender is her deep closing style. In a Juvenile Fillies expected to feature multiple speed horses vying for the lead, Wally could be the one flying late when the early fractions take their toll. At number 5, turning up the heat is the blazing Mythical, the Florida-bred dynamo who has already won 3 of her 4 career starts with career earnings of $240,000. Owned and bred by Arundel, trained by Jorge Delgado, this filly by St. Patrick's Day out of the Brethren mare Leilani is built for fast starts and quick domination. She began her career at Gulfstream Park with a sharp maiden victory, then followed it up with back-to-back stakes wins at Saratoga, including the Tremont Stakes and the prestigious Adirondack G3. In both of those races, she unleashed searing fractions, posting speed figures of 111 and 112, respectively, that cemented her reputation as the fastest gatebreaker of the group. Her lone blemish came in the Grade 1 spinaway, where she blazed through the opening stages but tired late, finishing 5th behind Tommy Joe. That race taught her connections an important lesson. While her early speed is her weapon, she must learn to harness it more efficiently when stretching beyond 6.5 furlongs. Even so, her natural pace makes her a filly every rival must account for. Left alone on the lead, Mythical can easily take a field wire to wire. Her pedigree reflects speed, but not without staying power. St. Patrick's Day, a full brother to American Pharoah, contributes class and scope, while Brethren adds stamina and toughness. Her campaign has been carefully managed to keep her fresh and sharp, and Delgado is skilled at producing sprinters who can stretch their speed into routes. At number 6, Taken by the Wind enters the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies with an undefeated record in 2 starts, showcasing the stamina, toughness, and physical presence that mark her as a filly built for long-distance success. Sired by Rock Your World out of the First Samurai mare Up for Grabs, she carries a pedigree that screams route capability, and her on-track results have confirmed that expectation. Trained by Kenny McPeak from Magdalena Racing and Partners, she broke her maiden at Saratoga going 7 furlongs with a professional effort, earning a 93 figure that suggested untapped upside. She then stamped herself as a serious contender by capturing the Pocahontas Stakes G3 at Churchill Downs, stopping the clock in 136.5 for a mile and earning a powerful 110 speed rating. That victory not only gave her black-type credentials, but also secured her an automatic berth into the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. Unlike some of her rivals who thrive on brilliance, Taken by the Wind grinds her opponents down with relentless, sustained energy. She does not possess the searing turn of foot of a Tommy Joe or the raw speed of Mythical, but she has the kind of toughness and stamina that often wins championship races when pace collapses and others falter. Her female family, anchored by First Samurai, provides durability and resilience, And Rock Your World as a sire adds both turf versatility and long-distance dirt quality. McPeak has a proven history of developing young fillies with stamina for big stages. At number 7, Snappy Comeback arrives at the 2025 Breeders Cup Juvenile Fillies as the high-priced mystery, boasting a pedigree and purchase price that made waves long before she ever stepped onto the racetrack. Acquired for an estimated $800,000 as a 2-year-old, she represents one of the most expensive investments of this division, carrying both pressure and potential in equal measure. A young stallion already gaining traction as a source of brilliance, and out of the Liam's Map mare Retort, she blends raw speed on top with stamina and toughness underneath. Her career record of 4 starts, 2 wins, and $133,000 in earnings highlights flashes of promise, particularly her victories at Gulfstream Park and Kentucky Downs. At Gulfstream, she broke through impressively on synthetic, and then shipped to Kentucky Downs, where she proved her turf ability with a decisive allowance win. However, her most recent start in the Grade 3 Matron at Aqueduct saw her fade to 7th, raising questions about her ability to handle the class hike at this stage of her development. At number 8, we shine the spotlight on Meaning, one of the most lightly raced and least exposed contenders. Yet her debut performance suggests she may be a genuine diamond in the rough. The daughter of powerhouse sire Gunrunner, out of the Into Mischief mare Figure of Speech, she carries a pedigree built for championship-level dirt racing. Trained by Michael McCarthy for a partnership including Bridlewood Farm and Eclipse Thoroughbred Partners, she was unveiled at Los Alamitos in September and immediately stamped herself as one to watch. Breaking her maiden at 6.5 furlongs on dirt, she posted an eye-catching 104 speed figure, one of the top numbers recorded by any filly making a first start this season. More importantly, she showed professionalism well beyond her inexperience, rating kindly off the pace before unleashing a decisive finishing kick. That victory alone was enough to put her connections in the Breeders' Cup conversation, given the timing and the strength of the performance. While she lacks the depth of resume of more seasoned fillies like Tommy Joe or Bottle of Rouge, her untapped upside makes her dangerous. She could improve dramatically with added distance and experience. Meaning's connections are no strangers to Breeders' Cup glory, and McCarthy has a proven ability to develop fillies to peak at the right moment. At number 9, the automatic qualifier Explora, one of the most reliable and tested names in the field, having already secured her spot with a commanding victory in the Oakleaf Stakes G2 at Santa Anita. That win not only confirmed her ability to handle the championship distance of 1 1/16 miles, but also cemented her status as the West Coast's leading hopeful. By Blame out of the Bernardini Mare Collection's choice, she blends the toughness of her sire line with the elegance and stamina of Bernardini, producing a filly built for 2-turn dirt racing. Owned by the powerhouse trio of Pegram, Watson, and Wyman, and trained by Hall of Famer Bob Baffert, she benefits from a team with unmatched Breeders' Cup experience. Her record of 3 starts, 2 wins, and 1 second with $228,000 in earnings highlights both consistency and quality. She broke her maiden stylishly at Del Mar, then ran second in the Del Mar debutante to Bottle of Rouge, before stretching out successfully in the Oakleaf to dominate her rivals. Her speed figures in the 105-108 range put her among the upper echelon of this crop, and her running style as a presser sitting just off the leaders before pouncing fits perfectly in a race expected to feature hot early fractions. At number 10, Meringue's rise into Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies contention has been nothing short of remarkable, marked by both versatility and toughness. With 3 starts producing 2 wins and 1 second, she has already amassed $691,000 in earnings, an extraordinary figure for a filly this early in her career. Bred by Mezing Farm and trained by Rodolphe Brissett for Elements Racing LLC, she is by Frosted out of the Street Sense mare Catbrier, a cross that combines proven dirt stamina with a sharp finishing kick. She began her career on turf, breaking her maiden at Churchill Downs before stepping up to stakes company at Saratoga in the Adirondack G3, where she finished a game second to Mythical, while earning a powerful 106 speed figure. Her true breakthrough came at Kentucky Downs in the Juvenile Fillies Stakes, where she stretched to a mile and delivered a gritty win against quality competition, stopping the clock in 135.17 on firm turf. What makes her particularly interesting is her proven adaptability across surfaces and distances. While her graded stakes experience has come on turf, her pedigree and style suggest she could transfer her ability to dirt at Del Mar, especially over the 2-turn, 1 1/16 mile distance. She is a filly who thrives on longer races, using her stamina to wear down opponents late and her consistency ensures she will be running strongly at the finish. As we look ahead to the 2025 Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies, one thing is certain: the pace will be hot and unforgiving. With speedsters like Mythical and Explora ensuring early pressure, the real test will come late, favoring closers like Wally and stamina-rich fillies bred for the distance. These are the expected contenders, and the battle for juvenile supremacy promises to be unforgettable. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more racing content and the latest Breeders' Cup updates. Thanks for watching.